And Bollywood actor Jacqueline Fernandez skipped CD summons yet again. This is the fourth summon in the money laundering case that Jacqueline Fernandez has now skipped. She earlier on skipped the third summon as well, citing health reasons. Quickly bringing in our senior associate editor Shravan Sen into the conversation. Shravan, this is in connection with a money laundering case against Sukesh Chandrasekhar and his wife, but Jacqueline now skipping the fourth summon.
Let's understand one thing, Katrine, that Jacqueline Fernandez is certainly a person of interest as far as the money laundering scam that is being investigated by the Enforcement Directorate. This includes conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar as well as his actor wife, Leena Paul, both of them who are now in the custody, one in the custody of the Enforcement Directorate and the other happens to be in the custody of the Delhi Police Economic Offences Wing. Now, important to point out here is the role of Jacqueline Fernandez, who's already been examined once by the Enforcement Directorate. At that point in time, she was examined by the Enforcement Directorate primarily as a witness in this case. It now turns out when the Enforcement Directorate was seeking custody of one of the accused in this case, it certainly made a mention of Jacqueline Fernandez by saying that she is a person of interest, someone who was in connection with Sukesh Chandrasekhar as well as Leena Paul, and someone who benefited through the various extortion racket that was carried out by Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Now, that's the allegation that has been leveled as of now. So far, the examination was primarily done as a witness and not as someone as a suspect in this particular case. But it remains to be seen now with multiple summons that she has essentially skipped. How exactly would the Enforcement Directorate respond?
Yes.
Because after 3 summons that have been skipped, there is a high possibility that the Enforcement Directorate could also move the court.
Oh yes, as Shravan is pointing out, and I'm going to take this across to Ananya, who's joining us from outside the ED office in Mumbai. Ananya, like Shravan was saying, for the first time when she appeared before the agency, she appeared and was questioned as a witness. But now that she's skipped the fourth such summon that has been issued, what reason has been cited this time around?
Well, yes, Krithveen, remember she has already been summoned twice before this, and this is the third time that she has skipped the summons. We are at the ED office where she had to appear in New Delhi's MTNL building. She was to appear between 10 to 11, but she hasn't appeared, and remember, this is the third summon that she is skipping. So now the Enforcement Directorate can definitely move in the court and seek for a warrant or a direction against Jacqueline Fernandez to come before the court. But as Shravan also pointed out that she's not being summoned as a witness. She's not being summoned as an accused right now. She is the point of interest only as a witness. Remember that a few days ago, Leena Maria Paul, who is said to be the wife of conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar, who is the main interest in this case, the main accused in this case. This is a case regarding duping of 200 crore rupees from a businessman who was the former promoter of Religare. He had conned the wife of this man and duped over 200 crore rupees, wherein now when Leena Maria Paul, who's the wife of Sukesh Chandrasekhar, was produced before the court a few days ago, the court was told by the Enforcement Directorate that Leena was not only using the proceeds of crime but was also moving the money and was very well responsible in establishing the whole money trail, and hence her custody is required. In fact, it was also told by the Enforcement Directorate that she was playing an active role with her husband, and the handicap that her husband Sukesh Chandrasekhar was facing because he was inside the jail, she was completely giving him a hand outside and doing all the work that had to be done in order to put up this conspiracy and to dupe people like Aditi, like the wife of this former Religare.
Well, all this in regards to the 200 crore rupee money laundering case, Ananya. But after Friday, once again on Monday, that is today, Jacqueline Fernandez has skipped the ED summons. Let's see how this plays out and the reaction that comes in from her side. For the moment, thank you for joining us with those details.